The majority of African Americans are like myself, law-abiding, hard-working, trying to improve our circumstances and move up economically like everybody else in this country. But there is a percentage of black people in our community that are super ratchet, lazy, and actively involved in a criminal lifestyle. And unfortunately, because their activities grab the lion's share of media attention, our entire community gets branded with that criminal stigma. Us black people who are doing the right thing and trying to improve ourselves through education, starting businesses and what have you, unfortunately, yeah, we get lost in the shuffle here. With that said, I want to talk about some things happening here where I'm from, in the Bay Area here in Northern California. The super ratchet amongst us are very active in criminal activities. There's this thing bipping, which has become widespread across the Bay Area. For those of you guys who haven't heard of that term, there's nothing new about that. That's just local slang for car burglaries. They pull up alongside, guy jumps out, spark plug, window shatter. 5-7 seconds maybe, if that. I work security in downtown Oakland, so I see it all the time, unfortunately. I remember one time I was on a lunch break. I was up in the office, put my food on the table, heard glass break, walked over to the window, and the car was already speeding off. Boom, just like that quickly somebody's possessions that they worked hard for is gone. Left-wing politicians here in the Bay Area make a lot of excuses for this type of criminal activity. Oh, it's the economy and, desperation and poverty. That is a bunch of crap, because speaking, for the Bay Area, not speaking for other parts of the country, but here in the Bay Area in California, this is not an economically depressed region that is short on jobs. There are plenty of jobs available here. This is not lower Ninth Ward New Orleans, which is yet to recover from the devastating Hurricane Katrina. This isn't Gary, Indiana, or Flint, Michigan, which have never recovered from the steel and auto industry plants closing back in the 1970s. This isn't the Mississippi Delta, a region that has always been impoverished since the Civil War, in a state which has always had limited opportunities available to African Americans anyways. As black people living here in the Northern California Bay Area, a region which is relative to other places racially friendly, we have much more opportunities available to us than black people in other parts of the country. Is there black poverty here in the Bay Area? Yes, but there is much more opportunities available to gain an economic foothold to lift oneself out of poverty, as opposed to some of the areas around the country that I mentioned earlier. These ratchet clowns in the Bay pulling all these car robberies and shit, they don't want to work. I mean, it's as simple as that, because this is not about lack of jobs, because here in the Bay Area in Northern California, there are plenty of jobs available. These guys just don't want to work. In the Bay Area, it's less about impoverished circumstances and more so an impoverished mindset. It's like, F a job, I'm gonna get mine the fast way, the ski mask way.